Here's part 2 of the money flow from Sunday, May 18th, 2014. Here we are with Qs. Now the Qs are interesting. Where'd we go? The Qs. Qs are interesting because they're not happy with much of anything. Even though the prices have somewhat of a bias this way, the money flow isn't there. Because it's natural, of course, because things like not as much as Apple, but Amazon, CMG, all the Googs, all the high flyers, and that have taken their toll over the last 5 weeks, and so they're once bit, twice shy. So there's no money flow. So I'm going to assume that we're going to clean out the Qs here. That'd be nice if we gapped over this. Over that and run, and everybody's going to have to jump back in who's not in here. I expect this one to go up, usually reciprocal. So somewhere around $1 to $1.5 billion needs to be added to the Qs. So go get your piece. That's on the Qs. Then you have, this is Twitter. This one's kind of interesting here. A little bit of a shakeout in this area here as we made the bottom. This is your point of control here, but what's interesting is they all bought through this period. So when the bottom was made in here, when the lockup period was done and you let them out, it looks like, I'm going to guess here, by judging by this, is all the Wall Street people. They had shorted it all the way down to the lockup period, and they reversed. They covered their shorts and got long. It's beginning to show here. I'm going to assume Twitter's going to fill the gap. We're up to what, 39? So 33 to 39. That's not a bad return in days, basically. Then we're down here with Amazon. Amazon was clubbed to death. I think it lost 25%, and that's too bad. So here we have 304 is the overhead. I mentioned that before. We're now down here, so there is some support. It looks like it's stuck in a range. They've been massacred too, so I'm going to assume what's going to happen is we'll go up here and pause at 304 and then continue higher. I'll have to look. This is only a 10-day chart, 1 minute, and this is just the unbalanced volume, which is just they're just churning it. Basically, anybody who gets a piece gets out of it. So we're seeing people selling at the lows, and that's with Amazon. And then here's with Apple. Now in Apple's case, they won't give up. Even when they were clubbed, they still added. They went up, and so what I'm going to assume is what Apple's going to do is, I think I have a target of 610 right now on Apple, as long as it stays over whatever this is, 53, and I'll say a weekly basis, because you can get some jab action like this here. That Apple's headed to 610. What is this here? 604. So 64 and then 610. So that was Apple and Amazon and Twitter and the Qs, the MDY, which is mids, caps, the Dow, SPY, Facebook, and IWM. Now over here with my last minute and a half, this is India. India had an election. And it was quote-unquote, I think they said, a landslide. And judging by what prices are doing, the folks are just a little too giddy about the results. You still have to, even though you won, you still have to solve things. I think India, their mortgage rates are, I think, around 11%. When I short the rupee, I think it's 9% on my 50 to 1 account. But here you can see on this orange line is the money flow here on these charts, and I'll go over another point here. Here, money flow went over this line here, and then prices came back down, prices went back up, so did the money flow. But here, prices stalled. Doesn't look like they made a higher high. But money flow only got to here, so you found out that the people that were buying here were weak hands. They were willing to put in market orders and buy at whatever price for a little amount of volume. And here they have it again. We have prices just going giddy straight up, and yet money flow is stalled. So I'd be negative on India short